not far away. Let's talk story. It's where my mama was born, it's where I come from, it's where my daddy fell in love not long ago.
Let's talk story. Let's talk story. Let's talk story.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Armando Sierra, and as you can see I have my University of Hawaii cap on. Good luck to the Rainbow Warriors this coming weekend, or Saturday. I think they're playing Vanderbilt. So good luck to them. I hope they are victorious, and it's going to be hard because they're not the home team. They're playing away from Hawaii. So go Rainbow Warriors. Anyway, getting back to the subject of today's discussion, it is talking about the Maui fires. Will you have to pay for the Maui fires and all the liability claims that are being filed? Now, the Maui fires will reshape Hawaiian Electric. No doubt about it. That's right. I think they stopped their dividends. They're giving dividends. Their stock has really gone down. So Lahaina has forever more been transformed by fire. And it looks like the company that provides electricity to 95% of Hawaii residents will be too. Hawaiian Electric and the state's power utility sector in general may be in store for reconstruction in the aftermath of the massive disaster as state leaders, regulators, and litigators push for change and accountability. Now, I think the county of Maui just filed a lawsuit also against Hawaiian Electric. So several law firms representing survivors are suing the Honolulu-based utility company. They allege that that Hawaiian Electric, or the company didn't shut off the power on Maui ahead of the forecast high fire risks, conditions of a strong winds and dry brush. And that resulted in damaged live Hawaiian Electric transmission lines, igniting the fire. And well, they haven't determined the cause of the fire yet. Okay, but that's what they're saying. They're assuming it right now. It destroyed the seaside town and burned over 2,200 mostly residential structures and killed over 110 people. I think 1,000 people are still missing. And a lot of those people are probably vaporized in those fires, and they're just ashes right now. So whether or not they're going to find more victims, I'm not sure. So anyway, a cause of the August 8th fire has yet to be determined. Still, regardless of whether Hawaiian Electric is ultimately responsible, there will be major repercussions for the company, its customers. Now, we're all customers, 95% of Hawaii and its stockholders. As I mentioned before, over the last week, the value of the stock in the utility's parent, Hawaiian Electric Industries, Inc., tanked, and the company credit rating dropped. The stock free fall and the lawsuits raised concern that the company, which has about 3,800 employees and serves every county except Kauai, may have to seek bankruptcy protection to resolve litigation or sustain its financial needs. It's a very, as you can remember, the fires in California, what happened to that company. Other potential post-disaster consequences include instituting public safety power shutoffs during fire danger weather conditions. So your power might be in the future, might be shut off if there's danger weather conditions. Relocating pole-mounted pole lines in high fire risk areas underground. And I suggested that in one of my videos earlier that's what, they should have put the power lines underground. Making Hawaiian Electric a customer-owned nonprofit cooperative and establishing a statewide wildfire liability fund. Some of these ideas are sure to be contentious because of financial and service reliability repercussions, but the determination for reform is strong. Call to act. Well, the consequences of a fire are beyond measure, and Senator Angus McKelvey of West Maui said this, quote, I hope that this will be the mother of all wake-up calls. People need to have comfort that this won't happen again. I hope not. I pray not. The loss of life in Lahaina, which is yet to be fully discovered, already represents the worst U.S. wildfire disaster in more than a century. McKelvey, a state lawmaker for 18 years, said he has proposed legislation over the years to have Hawaiian Electric put power lines underground in critical areas such as Lahaina. Now these, but pushback over costs scuttle the bills. And that's true. I live in Mililani and all our power lines are on the ground, but that would be expensive, just to let you know. They fight it tooth and nail, he said. There's zero excuse in my mind why power lines in Lahaina shouldn't be underground now. No amount of money should be a reason not to do it. A new effort so there's a lot of finger pointing going on right now. There's a lot of finger pointing. A new effort to do this, while McKelvey says, is warranted at the legislature next year. Could apply to other areas in the state with dry brushland near populated areas, including parts of the leeward Oahu. We're talking about like uh, west side, around by Makaha and Waina and those areas. It gets very dry in those areas. Randy Iwasi, a former lawmaker representing Mililani, who also previously led the State Utilities Commission, expects a lot of engagement over electric utility reform from the public, politicians, lawyers, regulators, and the company. The PUC, which regulates Hawaiian Electric, certainly will play a major role given that extraordinary investments or payments, as well as restructuring, would be subject to commission approval. Iwase also expects results of an independent investigation by an emergency management expert be retained by the State Office of the Attorney General to assess state and county emergency response policies, decisions, and actions related to the fire and could influence the fate of Hawaiian Electric. I think the AG's report is going to be instructive. He said this work is expected to take months. Yeah, it's going to take a long time to determine the actual what happened or what caused fires to occur. Now, a U.S. Department of Justice fire investigative team is at work on Maui to help determine the origin and cause of the Lahaina fire. Hawaiian Electric has faced much criticism from survivors and their attorneys, as well as from PUC Commissioner and Lahaina resident Jennifer Potter. We're not investing enough to reduce and better manage virus. So like I said, there's a lot of finger pointing going on right now. As of Friday afternoon, 7 lawsuits have been filed against the utility, including 2 class action cases, another suit that is partly on behalf of someone killed in the fire, and one representing the owner of an upcountry Maui home in Kula, destroyed by fire that was also raging as most of Lahaina was burning. Now, here's my opinion about what's going to happen um, in the event that HECO is liable for the fires that um, caused the tragedy in Lahaina. First of all, well, they haven't even determined the cause, number one. So still waiting for that. What actually determined? But everybody's pointing the finger, saying HECO was responsible because of the down power line. Okay, well that's going to be determined. That's going to be determined in the court, and whether they are liable for it. End result is that they could end up raising their utility rates, and that will affect 95% of Hawaii, all of us. We are all going to pay for this tragedy that happened in Lahaina. Your utility rates and my utility rates are going to go up. So we're all going to pay for it if HECO is found responsible for it. So anyway, that's my manao. If you folks have any comments, I would very much appreciate it. Put it in the comment section below. And I hope you enjoyed watching this video. And ahui ho.